Hello, good morning and afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Unconventional Connections, where we, the three, make unconventional connections. Why? Because we're in separate parts of the world. That's why. Anyways, we're here today with Isidro,
Hello.
and we're here with Mikey. What are you doing, Mikey?
Bro, I'm eating, dog. I'm sorry.
Oh, what you eating?
I just finished some tacos, dude.
De?
De asada.
Ooh, see, that's a green flag for me. Anyways, today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking red flag, green flag, or apparently amber flag, and we just went to Reddit and we found some random generic questions about, I believe, um, like
Someone made their
relationship.
own game.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. So we have some pretty interesting questions, and we're gonna be answering them individually. Mind you, we're all single. Um, so
Total
take that as you
experts in this
may.
field, obviously. Total experts.
Well, okay, to be fair though, I was in a relationship for 10 years, so I have the most experience, quote unquote. But it was only one though. It wasn't like, oh, I had like four different girlfriends at that time. No, I same girl and everything for 10 years. If you guys want to share,
Ten,
you guys
10
can.
years ago.
No, it wasn't
I've
10
been
years ago. It
I've
was
been
like 5 years
single,
ago,
dude.
dude.
It was like 2018, no? When you guys broke up?
No, it was 2020, like the start of.
Close enough.
And
Anyways.
why are you bringing? Why are you bringing? Shut up! Shut up! That's not the point. See, you're a red flag.
I am.
Actually, you know what's funny? The first question is they call the first question for this is they call people out no matter who it is, and you're just calling me out. That's a red flag. I don't like you.
Honestly,
No, but yeah,
that for me that would probably be it. No, probably like an amber flag. It depends who the person is. Honestly,
Are you talking
who,
about the
who
first
in,
one?
yeah.
yeah. So the first one is they call people out no matter who it is, and in parentheses it says my parents, my friends, your friends. So I'm assuming
Mm.
it's anybody. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
looked at you ugly, she calls them out, or yeah, she calls them out or
hmm
whatever, right? I think that's a green flag in my book, mostly because we need more people that do that, like to call people out on or call people out who are bullying others or whatever. I know for a fact that whenever I'm comfortable doing it, like to call people out, I do it, especially when I know that it's for the greater benefit of both parties. So yeah, that's a green flag for me.
I guess for me, it's more on how they do it. Are they like
I was
tactical
gonna
about it,
say.
or they just kind of like, "Oh, girl, your sweater's ugly. Ew."
Mm-hmm,
Hmm.
hmm.
Because yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like I'm leaning towards green flag, but I want to say amber just because like it all depends on like how they go about doing it. Because there's a way to call someone out like disrespectfully, just like to call them out. But
Hmm.
then there's also a way to call them out without like sounding or being disrespectful.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
I
it's
think I think for the most part, oh yep, Dort.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think for the most part it's a green flag for me, but I do think it does depend on like how they go about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, I'm gonna assume that for the majority of these questions, they're being respectful about it and not like,
Okay.
oh, I'm just gonna be a dick just because I can. You know what I mean? Like I do
hmm
sometimes, but that's not the point. Anyways, so the next question is, friends are very important to them. If a friend really needs them, they'd want you to understand. They have to go support them. So this is a bit of a slippery slope for me because a lot of the problems that I had in my first relationship was that she would put her friends first and then think about me,
mm
and
mm
sometimes it would be very sad because I'll see her, for example, like, well, when I used to go to college with her, I would be sitting in the exact same friend group that we both had, and she would go to each individual person, give them a hug, and like, oh hi, how are you? And then when she would get to me, like she'll just look at me like, what's up, dude? Like not even a hug
Should
or a
dab
kiss or
you up.
nothing.
mm
Hey yo.
Or yeah, or not even a what up, homie. You know what I mean? Like not even that. So so most of it has to do with it's a balance. You know what I
mm
mean? Because like because I remember one time a friend called her over, like just called her just to see how she's doing, and they ended up having a 2-3 hour conversation, and I was just in the room there with her, like, okay, well, it's game night tonight, and we're supposed to be playing together, and you're here just in the corner or whatever. but
Mhm.
I understood like the friend, she was going through a bunch of stuff and she needed a friend, and I advocate a lot for my friends that if they need me to just call me or let me know, hey, I really need someone to talk to or whatever. If it's reasonable, if you call me at 3 in the morning, I'm hanging up on you because I have work. But if I don't have work, I'll be up there and then I'll be like, okay, cool, and that's it. I'm
Yeah.
really paying attention to you because I'm half asleep. Um, so it really, again, it really just depends on how far, you know.
Yeah.
Because if it's something stupid, like oh, like my girlfriend's going through her third breakup this week, like she'll get over it. You know what I mean? But if it's like, you know what, my friend got in a really bad car accident. He's bad in the hospital. He's gonna die. Essentially, then yeah, let's go, babe. Like I'll go with you. You know.
Yeah.
But if it's something stupid, like I don't know, I can't even think of it right now. But if it's something like dumb, that you're like, really, like you're gonna leave? Okay, whatever. You know?
What about like
Mhm.
when they don't defend you in front of their friends, or it's kind of just still
Yeah,
their friends? Kind of.
that's
Mm.
that's another one too. Cause like I don't open my mouth unless I know my feedback is gonna be somewhat positive, right? Because I
Mm.
say some controversial stuff, um, but I do it in the comfort of, hey, I'm not gonna hurt nobody's feelings, and no one's gonna want to like off themselves because I said something stupid, you know.
Mhm.
Um, so I do remember when I was in the right and I would fight with certain friends, like verbally, obviously, and just call them out and stuff. She wouldn't
Mhm.
defend me; she would defend them, and I was right.
Mm.
Like at the end of the argument and everything, like both parties agreed that I was right about whatever it is
Mhm.
issue happened. So that conversation back home was really really awkward because it's like, dude, like I was right. Why were you defending them? And then she wouldn't even give
Yeah.
me an actual answer. Man, this is like therapy. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah. I hope that answers your question, Isidro. God damn it. This guy just Jedi mind tricked me right now into just opening up.
How does that make you feel? And how do you think you could have solved that situation? Do you think you could have done anything differently? And what could have you done differently?
You know what's funny? My therapist doesn't do that.
Oh,
Like
really?
he doesn't ask me those questions. Like he just lets me let it out, and then he goes back and he circles back and he asks me like, "Why do you think this right here is the most important part of that?" And then I'm like, "That's not the
Mm.
most important part. I'm talking about this, and this, and this." And then he's
Mhm.
like, "Think about it." And I'm just like, "There's something there, isn't there?" And he's like, "Yeah, think about it." And then I'll stay quiet for like 2-3 minutes, and I'll be like, "I get it. It's because of this, and this." And he's like, "There you go." You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like he's really good at hiding those, like not hiding, but like he's really good at pointing out exactly what the problem is, even though I speak a lot of bullshit sometimes, you know?
Mm.
What the fuck does
Constant
this have to do with
practice. Constant practice. Listening
Yeah.
to people's jab for hours on end. Hearing them
Mhm.
be like, oh, this is the important part because they pointed this out for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyways, green flag or red flag for you, Mike?
Um, I
Mikey.
think for the most part it's a green flag. I think if it's something like that where like they're putting their friends on top, like above you, then that would be like a conversation that needs to be had. Especially when we're talking about relationships and stuff like that. Because I mean, in a relationship, I'm gonna have friends, they're gonna have friends. You know, like it's not like once you're in a relationship, that's it. You officially cut off ties from every single one of your friends. You're just with this person. You know, um, but if it gets to the point where like they're spending way more time with friends or prioritizing their friends and stuff like that on top of you, then there needs to be like some kind of conversation to be had. But I think overall it's a green flag.
Okay.
So
And
red
what
for
did you
me,
agree?
I need to be the attention. I am an attention seeker. I need to be the center of attention at all times. No more friends. No, I'm just kidding.
Mm.
No, honestly, like I mean, like Mike said, it comes down to what's the situation. It's not. There's no black and white here. It just all depends if it's like it really just if they're going to like their friends every single day. It's kind of like, hey, come on, like what's the point of this relationship then? But it's honestly, it's not bad to care for other people.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The number three is they are very competitive. Hmm.
Mm.
Are you guys
Hmm.
competitive?
Not
For
really.
what though? Depends. It depends.
Just
Like I'm not really
in general, are you
like, okay.
competitive? Because there's some. If
Like
you're competitive about something, you're probably competitive about other situations? Like, do you always
Like
have to
I'm
be right? Do you always have to finish slightly faster? Do you always have to have the last word, stuff like that? That's competition. Those are all competitions.
Yes, I'm competitive.
no,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna be for real. Okay. I'm low key a toxic guy, like for real. Like I like low key, yeah. I'm toxic, but I'm toxic to be funny, not to hurt people's feelings. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how I am. Like I act two faced as fuck just because it's part of the bit. You know? But like I don't want to say I'm competitive. I don't want to say, oh, I'm really good at it. No, I just like doing it. But for me, it depends on in what though. Like if she like will she be competitive in video games? Will she be competitive in who makes the best tortillas? Like what? You know, like it really does depend on what. Now let me point something out. I want to point out something, okay? I was thinking about this, like what would be a green flag for me in a woman, right? Like for me to date someone. And I was saying, oh well, she could be a gamer, like she could play video games or whatever, right? Because that's something that I know a lot about, and I know like, oh well, she's gonna be sitting down at her house. I don't have to worry about her cheating on me or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was dying because like I can't just say that because there's levels to that because there's so much toxicity in different games. For example, like Stardew Valley and like Minecraft, they have very very positive communities, right? They're not toxic at all. But then you have like League of Legends that is like super toxic. I was like, I don't want to be with someone that is super good at League of Legends because like they got nothing going on. And like a lot of my
Isn't
friends
Minecraft
that
really bad community though? Like with all
no.
this, like all the big Minecraft streamers, like Dream and all them, to have like really bad communities.
Oh no 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 no. Those are the streamers themselves. But
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft as a whole is not a bad community. No, it's not. And maybe because I haven't really delved deep into it, but a lot of the videos that I see, majority of the videos that I see of like the people doing tutorials or whatever, they're very wholesome. They're very nice. It's just streamers are the one that get the bad rep, not the game. You know. Um, but like for example, League of Legends, that's a League of Legends, Rivals, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, CS:GO, Valorant, all those games are very toxic.
Well,
And
because
like
they're competitive.
cuz they're hella
Mm-hmm.
competitive, right? So my thing is I can't be with someone who's competitive in video games like that because when they get mad, they say shit that they're not supposed to. And the thing is, I
Mm.
lived that too. That's another worst. That's the worst part. They like I lived that. I went through that where it would be late as at night, and then she's trying to like rank up or whatever, so she'll cuss and she'll yell, she'll like punch the mattress or whatever, or even just throw her controller, and I'm trying to sleep like, hey bitch, like I gotta wake up at 6 in the morning, like shut up, you know? Like, but she would be so on it that like she would not eat, shower, like it's gross. Like I don't want that, you know what I mean? Like I don't want a fucking
Mm.
stinky ass lady at that corner of my bed playing video games in the middle of the night and me having to go I don't like that. I don't like that. But if she plays wholesome games like Animal Crossing or Minecraft or Terraria or whatever, games that are like you have to think, like turn-based RPGs or strategy games or stuff like that, or even like creative ones. Those to me are more wholesome, and usually the people that play those games are very very wholesome because they're just like, oh, I'm here for the vibes. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I like that, the vibes.
You're
But
very
like if they're
controlling.
me,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of. Anyways, anyways, no, but it's also like for example, like sport wise, like I'm not really into sports. You know what I mean? Like I'm not so I don't see myself with someone that is like super sporty because I really don't give a shit. Like I can't.
Well,
Maybe this is
you're
because
narrowing competitive to only s- like one on
segment.
ones. You're not
Well,
competing. You're not like I said. You always have to have the last words. You always have to be the one that's right. Those are also competitions in their own way.
Mm.
okay.
That can also be competitive because it doesn't have to just be sports or video games. Like in Minecraft,
Oh,
you always have to build a bigger house. Your house has to be the more decorated than the other person's. That's competition.
damn. I'm toxic. I'm so damn toxic.
I'm the opposite of competitive. I'm too chill about everything, which is a red flag in itself because I don't take anything seriously at all.
I think also because I was gonna say like Amber for this one, but the prompt is that they're very competitive, not just competitive, very competitive.
Yeah, that's true.
So if they're very competitive, I would say personally that it's leaning towards red flag. I think like someone who is competitive just in general. I mean, I'm competitive at times, like the examples that Cedro was saying, like getting the last word or like trying to prove that I'm right and stuff like that. That's stuff that I do. Um, but I just do it kind of like also how Beto said. I kind of do it just for the bit sometimes. I don't always do it just because it's natural. But I think for someone who's like very competitive to the point where it kind of gets like to for Beto's example, like where they're just like doing nothing but ranked games and like very competitive and stuff like that. I think that would be more so a red flag. I think if it's just like competition here and there. When
It's
you're in a
normal.
relationship, it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Then for me, it's kind of like an amber flag, like Mike said it, because it makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. And you, Isidro?
I would say it's probably Amber because it shows they're determined, they're driven. Um, so yeah, I mean, that I would say. Give me a second. Let me turn on my light because this is horrible lighting. It's like a ray of light
the,
just hitting like the
the holy
corner
yeah,
of my.
the holy light.
It's like hitting like a corner of my camera, so it's making it look bad. Be right back.
Nah, dude. Stop it. Oh my god, man. Oh my
we're
god.
just we're just exposing like different. We're discovering different aspects of ourselves.
Yeah, dude, and I hate it. I knew this was gonna happen too, and I just had therapy, dude. Like,
What
goddamn,
happened?
Oh man.
nothing.
Okay. So yeah,
All right.
so kind of mid of the road. It shows they're driven.
Yeah.
It has they have a passion, which is good.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm toxic. Okay, this is number 4. Not overly romantic, but can make the moments they are very special. Okay, point blank. Nah, G. Nah, G, you gotta be hella romantic with me. You gotta you got because I do that. I do that. All right. Like I'll see a flower, I'll take a picture of it, and then I'll cut it and I'll take it. I'll take it to you. You know what I mean? Like that's who I am. I grew up. I
Hmm.
grew up listening. I grew up listening to like very romantic music. So like
Hmm.
nah. Like if I tell you something cheesy and you're just like and just move on. Like I'll be like, bitch, I hate you. Don't ever look for me ever again. You know what I mean? Like don't ever try to get love like I give. Okay? Like I'm the type of dude that you tell me, oh, I want like pancakes or whatever. You best believe I'm making you pancakes like within 10 minutes. I'll tell you right now. And if you tell me, yeah, why not? Like, but bitch, I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? That's who I am. And like
Hmm.
I don't believe 100. Like, okay, pause. I don't 100% believe in the whole like wedding and like you have to go to church and like have this beautiful venue. Like, I'm not 100% like that. I'm more of like the giving, the loving type. The like I'm very emotional. I'm really really
Hmm.
emotional about it. And when I love with everything. Right. The same thing can be
Hmm.
said about hating someone.
Have you
Oh, I love
guys
it.
ever done the love language test? Like, what is your love
I'm
language?
all of them. I'm all of them. I am every single one of them.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that's
I have.
possible because they're supposed to be contradicting.
Nah, I am a contradiction, baby.
Well, mine is spending time together, like quality time over everything
Mhm.
else. Like, I don't care about gift giving. I don't care if people give me gifts. For me, it's like about the moments more than anything. Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic moment. Just hanging out with people. That's like a lot more meaningful to me than receiving a gift or giving a gift.
Hmm.
Like, so like when you said about the wedding, I personally don't care about a wedding, but again, I am a guy, so it doesn't really matter, right? But I rather put all that time and money into going somewhere on a trip than do the wedding, because the wedding is gonna
Yeah,
be like 3 hours, be in depth for like the rest of your life, and then be done with it.
yeah,
I'd rather
yeah.
go
That
spend that time with you somewhere else in a trip somewhere, put the 20,000 it's gonna cost for a wedding into flight to Europe or something like that.
Yeah. Well, okay. In all seriousness, like I can adapt. You know what I mean? Um, because I just like being around my favorite person. You know what I mean? I like that. Um, I do like giving and doing things for people. Uh, like I like with my ex, for example, like whenever she would have her lady days and she was just cramping really bad, like I would make her teas and stuff. And she wouldn't even have to ask me. I would just go do them. When it came to if I was hungry, I would ask her, "Are you hungry? What do you want to eat?" You know what I mean? And like just like acts of service, right? I usually was the one that would buy her little trinkets or like little flowers or whatever, even games. Um, that's why I said, oh, like I'm all of them, just because I was just joking about, because I don't know exactly which ones they are. Um,
There's like five, I think, right? I don't know. I think there's
yeah,
five.
but we're talking about if
Mm.
she's not romantic, but can make the moments they are very special. Well, I mean, I guess making the moments special, like what does that
Mm.
mean? Cause like
I I think that like say at least from this is an example that I thought of from listening to it is like say if you planned on going to like a fancy dinner or something like that for just you and your partner, and let's say like the restaurant's booked and you can't get a reservation, then your partner's able to make do with like making dinner at home or
Going
something like
to
that, so that way you
McDonald's
still
and just
have
having
that
a good time.
intimate, yeah,
yeah,
just having that intimate dinner date, even if it's not at like an expensive restaurant, you're still having that date. At least that's the example that I thought of when I heard the phrase,
Yeah, same. Something like that, kind of.
because of the second half of it, of like, but they're able to make the moment, but can make the moments special.
mm, mm,
For me,
So
this
I
is
think it's
a
a green flag.
yeah, same. Easy green flag.
Yeah,
yeah,
because even if they're not like overly romantic, if they could still make the moment special, then that's kind of all that matters.
yeah. I like that too.
Hmm.
I like that. All right, number 5, being clean and tidy is a must for them. Yeah, that's a green flag for me
I
for
think it's a
sure.
green flag. Yeah.
I mean, I'm messy. I am messy and like I like not tidy. But the reason
Mhm.
why I would want someone like that is so that they're on me, so that I can get on me, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
like
Yeah.
it's really funny
the
you
way.
bring this up because when we first brought this up like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I thought about it like what would be my green and red flags, and like I was talking to a
Mhm.
friend like just kind of bouncing ideas off of them, and one of them was like they need to be clean because I'm a mess. I'm like basically I was like, do I? But am I looking for a nanny at that point?
No, because like you can't. No, because like look, because when in my experience, I wasn't super dirty, but I would have like I still do like I have dishes on right next to my desk that I haven't taken inside of the kitchen, right?
Mm.
But actually my sister pointed it out today. She was in my room, we were chilling. Este, uh, she was telling me that you walk into my room and you're like, oh yeah, this is a dude's room because of the colors, because of the stuff that is there. She's like, but you could tell that you try to, if I ask you, hey, do you have this? You'll know where it is because of how organized you are. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm.
need to empty out my trash can. I need to take
Yeah.
these dishes to the kitchen.
I have a cup here for my lunch today. I drink a cup of soda today, so I have a cup here that I didn't take because today I work from home, so I'm just at my desk all day. So that's why I had
Mm.
my lunch here, so I was like watching something on YouTube. But I took the plate back, just the soda I was like finishing up during my work hours.
Mm.
Yeah, but but yeah, I think it's a green flag because that will help me in the long run,
It doesn't
anyways.
hurt to be clean.
No,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that too. Well, yeah, that
It
too, because
does
now
not hurt
it's
to be clean in any way, shape, or form. It might be annoying, but worst thing
Yeah.
is
It's
you
never.
have a
Yeah.
clean house.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
how horrible! You have a clean place. How horrible!
yeah. Number 6 is a bit of a perfectionist. Um,
Mm.
it's cause yes and no. Cause like, is she annoying about it? Because if
I
she's
don't
super
think
annoying
so.
about it, like, oh my god, it has to be perfect. You can't. It cannot be. Blah, blah. If it's just nothing but nagging, nah, I can't.
Mm.
Chill out. You know what I mean? But if she's
I
like,
don't think
yeah,
it's
like I want to have,
yeah.
but if it's like I want to have my room this color with this, and like she plans it out and slowly but surely
Mhm.
works on it without it being like a negative thing, then yeah, it's you could say it's a green flag. Because I'll tell you right now, my room isn't the way I want it, and like it has to be perfect because it's my room, that's my sanctuary, it's my cave, it's my enclosure, whatever you want to call it, right? So like I would want it to be comforting. I would want it to be the way I want it to be, which is perfect, right? Pero obviously I can't paint the walls. I can't paint the walls black. Well, I can't really do anything in this room because it's not mine. It's my mom's, right? So I
Mhm.
can't. It's her house, so I can't really do whatever I want to do.
Same as an
But
apartment.
again, yeah. So see, if I had my own house, yeah, I would want it to be perfect. I would want it to be the way I want it to be, not how my mom wants it, not how my dad, not how my sister, how I want it. So if I want to paint the walls red, or like a deep maroon red, then I could do that, and then I would do it. You know what I mean?
Well, for me, this
But
would
I
be
would.
a red flag because I'm too relaxed about everything. It would just be too many
Mm.
conflicts.
You get anxious. I feel like it's for you. You just get really anxious.
No, I'll just be annoyed. Be like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of where I was.
I'll just be more
Mhm.
annoyed than anything because I'm just too relaxed and just too easygoing. I go with the flow too much. That if a if a
Mhm.
napkin's on the floor out of place, I'm fine with it. It's not the end of the world. I'll pick it up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be at that
Hmm.
moment at that exact time.
Hmm.
yeah. How about you, Mike?
I think for the most part, it's a green flag. I mean, because like even at times, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. Like from like just things that I'm doing, or like if I'm ever doing something, I do want to do it right, and I do want to get it done the way that it should get done. Um, and I don't think it's too like I don't think it would be a red flag, just because like I feel like everyone's kind of like that, where they wanted to whatever they're doing to be done perfectly in a sense. Yeah.
No, I'm
No.
too. I'm too honestly. Like I said, I'm too whatever. Like this last week's episode, I tried internet for like 5 days. I only was able to do 30 minutes of it because just I don't know why. I just kept having trouble with editing it. I don't know why.
Mhm.
And I got 30 minutes. I was like, "Well, that's enough for the censorship. Good enough," and I shipped it. So yes, good enough. I didn't worry about the other 2 hours of recording that we had there. So
Oh
it was at the.
no.
I mean, you didn't say anything that bad this
Yeah,
time.
I don't think. Yeah, I think you're
It
fine.
was the only
I don't even remember what episode we were here talking about. To be honest with
the
you.
creepy
I
pastas.
think it was the creepypasta
So
one.
Oh
it's basically
yeah,
just you telling
like when I
your
basically.
horror stories at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
My creepy pastas.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to my therapist about that just to revisit it, and I was like, you know what? It's in the past. Just leave it there. I don't want to go. I don't want to go through all that again. I don't want to relive that.
Does your therapist listen to your podcast?
No, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
He's taking notes right now as we speak, watching the creepypasta
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like the thumbnails, a lot of them are just kind of like I'm just messing around with paint. I'm not gonna get
Mm.
a good program to be able to Photoshop or anything because I just don't have the time for it sometimes. So you're like, as it's like
Mhm.
processing, getting it uploaded to YouTube. Those like 2-3 hours that it takes for it to be uploaded. I'm like
Oh
making
yeah.
the thumbnail on the spot. So no, I'm not. I'm the opposite of a perfectionist. I am too much an professionist.
I love it. I really do.
I am a big old red flag.
Oh my god. All right. Number 7. Interested. Oh my god. Interested in all world news and then wants to debate and discuss all sorts of things.
Green.
Ah,
They are educated. They care. They are not just. They want to be aware of what's going on. If you can have deep, meaningful conversations with them. It's not just about what color Sandra wore today for the 10th time.
my thing is though, like I'm gonna get canceled. My thing is, there's there's so many bad things going on. Wait, what'd you say? What'd you do?
You
Just
censor
No,
the
no,
one
no.
long
goes
beep.
goes the whole long censor mute. Oh, sorry, the audio cut out here for some reason. Weird.
No, it's cause like I feel useless and powerless when I hear all these things that are going on in the world, right? And
Mm,
like the political stuff, you know what I mean? Like I get it. I understand. It's important. It's really important to educate yourself about these tariffs that are going on or why is gas much more expensive or eggs or whatever. And and I get it. But in my 28 years of being alive and like listening to all this, nothing for me, I've seen like nothing gets resolved. And like I don't want to be pessimistic about it, but I don't like talking about these topics because I just don't care. Like I really don't care because what am I gonna
mm,
do? Because when I went to go vote, I still didn't get what I wanted, so why even bother? You know what I mean? So actually, as a matter of fact, one of my really close friends, we got in a big old argument because he was talking about like immigration laws and all this other stuff, right? And he told me, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, if you're committing a crime, you're committing a crime, and you have to pay for that crime. That's how the laws here in California and the U.S., as far as I know, work, right?" He said, "Yeah, but these people, they want to come over for a better life." And I'm like, "Look, dude, good for them. I'm happy for them. Do what you got to do. But don't be complaining and yelling when you do something illegal and you're being reprimanded for doing something illegal. That's what I want you to look at." And then this guy, he went out calling me all sorts of names, saying, "Oh, like you don't care about the immigration, you don't care about migrants, you don't care about your own people. Like, how dare you call yourself Mexican if you don't back up Mexican people?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever, dude. This is why I don't get into conversations. You know what I mean?"
mm,
And so I told him, "Okay, so what are you gonna do then? Like, what did you do?" "Oh, well, I voted for XYZ so that this and this happens." And I'm like, "Has it happened?" "Well, no." And I'm like, "Then what use does it have?" You know what I mean? That's why my dad always told us never talk about politics or religion to strangers because you never know
mm,
the outcome, right? I ended up getting in a big old
mm,
fight with that dude, and it wasn't even smart. Like it wasn't even the discussion wasn't even smart. It was just him calling me
mhm.
out on dumb that I never thought about
Yeah.
that I just said just to say, you know? And
I think it's just that
mm,
like because so many people have like so like passionate stances on things where a lot of people don't necessarily have debates or anything like that. They mostly just it's them just trying to convince you that their side is right and like how they think of the situation and how passionate they are about that situation is the same passion that you need to have of the situation. Cuz like even like cuz you do make a point where like you can do, the stuff that, we know that we can do to make changes, but in the end, it's just whatever happens is going to happen regardless. Like you still did your part, but it just depends on how it turns out.
Also,
And
like those type of conversations don't work because you're not going to convince anyone. You're never going to convince
yeah,
someone. You're just going to make them
yeah, if
double down.
yeah, if someone's on like especially if someone's on the opposite side, like say if like like not to get into politics or anything, but like if like a liberal person and a conservative person are trying to argue about a debate that each one has a stance on, they're not going to convince each other because they're so like
They
passionate
have to
about
be
like
right.
what they believe in. Yeah. So it's that's the thing that sucks about like politics and like world stuff that's happening today is that like you can't really have a conversation about it with especially like if the person you're having a conversation with has already kind of shown how passionate they are about their side of the topic.
mhm,
You
mhm.
know? That's the thing that sucks about it. Because like it's very important to be informed of what's going on in the world and stuff like that. But the whole thing nowadays is that everyone kind of wants to be right. Everyone wants to prove to the other person that they're right and stuff like that. And it's a slippery slope that like you're not gonna get anywhere with the conversation. And that's what
It,
sucks about it.
the what I see is what I see is why do you want to be right? You know, I mean,
Mm,
like it's I don't know if this is to me it's a touchy subject, but
yeah.
like abortion laws and stuff like that. there is so much that goes into just that one topic, right? Now, granted, mind you, I'm in the belief that as a man, I don't have a right to talk about or tell a woman what they can and can't do. You know what I mean? I was raised by nothing but women. So I
Yeah.
don't and before someone says, "Oh, he was so emasculated," like I don't like I'm not a man. Like no, I'm still a man.
Yeah.
I'm just not a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I firmly believe that if you're a victim of, you know,
Mhm.
you have the right to say I don't want it or I don't want to keep it or I can't keep it. It doesn't matter. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter your religious background. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Do you as the woman who's gonna have this child, if you don't do this procedure, do you want it or not? Do you want to
Mhm.
put your body through that? Because it's mental, physical, it's
Yeah.
spiritual, it's so much. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's up to the individual.
Mhm.
Do I think that type of stuff should be like for doctors? Should there be specialists for that? Sure, why not? There's specialists for everything in the body, so why not? Um,
Especially with such a
so
delicate procedure, because if it's done wrong, it causes a lot more harm than anything.
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
So my point with that is I don't understand why people want to be so controlling of that. And
Mm.
I haven't heard I heard one argument one time that is because we want to control how many women have kids so that our population doesn't die out. And I'm sitting there thinking like that doesn't sound like a human thing. That sounds like more like profit. Like we want people to work
Yeah.
still. You know what I mean?
Because aren't we technically
Um,
like overpopulated right now?
No,
uh,
we're
uh,
declining. No,
Oh, are we? No.
I think we're kind of stable because we're getting a lot of
Mhm.
immigrants coming in to support the
mhm,
population
yeah. So
deficit.
with
Mhm.
so that topic to me is it's very like very important because
Mhm.
you're talking about a life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I understand that some people think about it in a moral sense, like, oh well, you're taking a life and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but could you imagine if the mom dies in the while giving birth, which is a very possible thing now?
Mhm.
What's gonna happen with the kid?
Yeah.
Now you're ruining that poor kid's life instead of you know what I mean? Also, I
Mhm.
hate people. I absolutely hate people that are like, "Oh, we need to ban abortions because lives matter." Blah 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 blah. Okay, well, this person who's gonna have this kid because of your dumbass idea, now you're gonna take care of this kid. No, no, it's not my responsibility. Then shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you. Don't put your 2 cents into it. You know what I mean? So if for the sake of the flag thingy, like
Mhm.
yeah, I would want them to be interested and know things, you know, and like be educated, be able to process things or whatever. But don't be annoying about it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to get home and then all of a sudden, did you hear what Senator did? And they're like, no, sweetie, I can't even think past what I'm gonna do today. You think I'm gonna give a shit about some dumbass senator that's making more money than I am? I gotta be on my damn grind. You know what I mean? Like I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's an amber flag for me for right now, you know?
Mhm.
And like wants to debate and discuss all sorts of things. Yeah, I get it. I get it, but I want to debate and discuss things like which dinosaur is better. You know what I mean? I want to
Mhm.
debate about things that I care about, not politics. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
one of my friends we were playing ironic we were playing what's not repo company lethal
Oh,
company.
Lethal Company.
And we were just playing the game, and then this guy comes up. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about the ban on some dumbass law in Cincinnati or something? And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. So there's this law that was gonna get passed, this and that, to abolish taxes or something or whatever. And I'm like, we live in California. What do you what does Cincinnati have to do with? I don't even know where Cincinnati is, my guy. So like what do you mean? Like that it threw me off so much because like I was like we're playing Lethal Company. Like, like I get it. Like we work for a corporation and we're supposed to go find relics and money. I get it. It's communism, I guess. But what the fuck? Like, what does this have to do with Cincinnati? Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like, don't come at me like that. You know? That it's an amber flag for me for sure. I hate you, dude.
For the company.
For the
For the
company.
company.
Okay, I want to skip this. Number 8. Very healthy lifestyle with eating habits and exercise. Yes, please. It's a green flag. I don't give a shit. Why? Because if she's about that life, if she is about that life, I'm about that life. And if I'm about that life, I get healthier and I could do the things I need to do. Case closed.
Worst case, you have a healthy body. Oh no, the tragedy,
Exactly.
the
Exactly, baby.
misery.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy green flag all around.
Yeah. So number 9 insists on splitting the check.
Amber, I don't care.
Listen, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. Because I always gotta give my 2 cents, right? Listen, baby, let me tell you something. 50 Cent was in an interview in a talk show one time, right?
Mm.
And he was asked who should pay on the first date. And he's like, whoever's dumbass idea it was, you know? And I love that. I love that because that puts me in a situation where it's like, well, if I want to go out with someone, then I have to pay. Not because I'm
Yeah.
a man, not necessarily because I'm a man, but
Mm.
because it was your idea. I want to take you out on a
Yeah.
date. I'm gonna pay. You know what I mean? Even if it's just to get to know you, even just to have a little bit of your attention. I thought about it. I want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a mommy out there that's like, "¿Sabes qué, gordito? I want to take you out on a date," and she tells me, "You pay, bitch. It was your idea. What the you wanted to take me out? Like, what do you mean I gotta take me out because you want to take me out? That makes no damn sense.
Just
You
give
know what
me
I mean?
this
Like,
sugar baby treatment until it's time to pay for it.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, bitch, no, that's not how that works. God damn it.
To
So
elaborate on
now
my
when it,
own,
uh-huh.
just I
Mm.
I as a man that grew with the man always pays. I'm always willing to pay. It's just that if
Mm-hmm.
they offer and they insist, then I'll be like, yeah, sure. Like I
Yeah.
don't feel it's gonna make me any less of a man to let a girl pay. Or like
Yeah.
Now,
say, I got dinner, she gets the dessert later. That's perfectly fine. Like it doesn't make
Oh,
me any
yeah.
less of a man. I'm perfectly okay with either way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't or like my birthday. I'm not. She's like, I'm gonna pay on your birthday. It's like, okay, that's fine. But
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't really matter who pays at the end of the day.
As long as I don't gotta act like we're mad and we're getting in a fight so that we can just leave because they kicked us out. I didn't do it. I didn't do that, but one of my friends did. Oh my god. He said that. He said that. He told his girl, I need you to think about a stupid ass argument that's gonna get me mad so that it's convincing enough for them to tell you, you guys gotta go, you guys gotta leave. And they did that. Oh my god, they did it at the PF Chang. Well, I'm not gonna. Never mind. Yeah, but they did it right here. Over there, bro. That shit was so funny because my friend recorded the whole thing like on his phone, like just like on here in his pocket, and his lady was just going off on him like, yeah, like your dick little, blah 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 blah. And then, but she was like going off, right? And he was just like, okay, babe, shut the up, like it was bad, right? And then and then um
That's so funny. Oh my god.
no. And then and they get to the car and then they drive off, but you can hear that he's driving off like he stepped on like he's mad or whatever. And then in the freeway you hear him, you didn't have to go that hard, babe. And she's like, oh my god, baby, I'm so sorry. This and that. I didn't mean none of that. You told me to go off and I just flipped. He doesn't get the Oh my god, dude.
Oh
That's so
my
funny.
god.
Oh man. No. I'm lonely. Anyways, next question. Swears a lot. So that's a green flag. I don't
That's
give a
a
fuck.
red flag.
I don't care.
That's a red flag. If you need to
Actually, no.
communicate with
I
swears,
think
you
I
have
think
you need help.
No, let me clarify.
I want to say Amber just because like if they swear as much as I do, then I have no problem with it because I don't have a problem with how much I swear when I talk normally. So, but if it's like if you got if you guys have ever read the Walking Dead comics, the character Negan in the comics compared to his TV count, obviously TV you can't really
Do I have
say
to
it,
censor
but
that one?
no Negan, no that's his name. That's
I know, I know. I know, I heard
um
You're
you.
you're a fucking idiot. I can't. Oh, bro, I can't stand you, my guy. I can't.
Anyway, in the
Let him finish.
comics, he drops the F bomb like literally every other sentence. Like it's literally like I'm sorry if you have to censor this, Isidro, but at one point he literally goes,
Yeah, no, he did that on the show.
"Did he? No, I don't think
Yeah,
so."
yeah, he
Because
did.
because AMC didn't let him. They had to film like a whole separate like alternative scene with him, like the first scene he comes out in, but that's about it.
Oh. Okay, so let me clarify, okay?
Go for it. I'm getting a phone call about listening.
So my thing about swearing is as long as the context is okay. You know what I mean? Like I cuss
Yeah,
when
that's
I
fair.
tell stories. When I tell stories or when I'm talking, I cuss to accentuate certain things. You know what I mean? Or like to tie in a joke or make something funny because the cuss word is what gives it the fun, right? But if she's just cussing just to cuss, it's like that's not ladylike. Okay, get your shit
I do
together,
have to help
please.
my dad out real quick. I will be back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just read like number 19. Oh my god, dude, that was. Are we still recording by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. I can't. I can't. Oh my god, dude. I love this show. I love this episode.
Okay, so I mean, basically, I don't really mind the cussing. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna put gender roles onto anything. Not to get political, but anyways, it's more like kind of like if you really need to, because I don't cuss. I know I'm okay with saying a bad word here and there if it's funny, or like like I'm pretending not to be angry, like no, like you, whatever, right? I don't
Mhm.
really mind. Like, it's not a big deal. I just don't do it. It's not part of my day to day vocabulary. Um, I honestly forget what the cuss words are half the time. But it's just kind of like it's not really what I do, so it's kind of like that. Like, I don't mind you do it, but it's just not my lifestyle, so I don't really want to encourage it, I guess.
Yeah. Cause with me, like I said, is this part of your vocabulary? If you're doing it because to be funny or like because it calls for it, then yeah, go for it, no problem. But if it's like just to do it, just because like whatever, then no, don't do it. You know?
Like, for example, earlier when we were doing the friend thing, I could have thrown in a couple f bombs in there to make it funnier. Like, I had to
Yeah.
be the fucking center of attention. Only I fucking matter. I could have done that, but it was still funny without it.
I'm a bad bitch. Yeah,
It was still
I'm a
funny
bad
without it
bitch.
because it was just so out of nowhere, so left field. Yeah, sure, the f bombs would have helped a lot, make it a lot funnier, but it wasn't necessary.
Right.
So then that's kind of where it's like it's never really necessary to use them. It can help, but it's just like I said, it's not my lifestyle. I don't use them. I don't mind if people use them. I'm not like, oh no, my virgin ears, how dare you say such soiled things into my beautiful ears. But yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Should we pause and wait for
Yeah,
Mike,
we
or
can
what should we
pause.
do?
And
Alrighty, sorry about the little pause, ladies and gentlemen, but it seems like we lost Mike. He's gonna go help out his dad with some stuff. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut the episode a little bit short today. Um, we were at number 10. The whole swears a lot. Me and EC, we're just gonna do one or two more and call it a day there. Sorry about that, guys. Um, parents, family choose the worst times to call upon you.
yeah.
Uh, and it's rough because it's like we're having fun or whatever, and it's like, oh, no, we gotta stop what we're doing to do this or whatever. But again, that's a red flag for me. Like if you don't have boundaries, you know what I mean? But anyways, so number 11, calling you pet names most of the time instead of your actual name. Hmm. Well, I think it depends on the nickname, and I think it depends on where she's doing it. Um, because if it's like babe, like something simple, you know, like okay, anywhere is fine, I guess, because it's like she's talking to me, not you, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Um, if it's a more serious location, like we're in court or whatever, then yeah, like Umberto or Beto or whatever, like a nickname is fine, you know. But like pet names, they're more intimate, so I feel like it would be more of a. It depends on It depends. Yeah, if it's more intimate, then yeah, at home or where we're with people that are more we're comfortable with. But if it's a serious location, like if we're at dinner with my mom or my dad, like yeah, like when you talk to them about me, you say my name. You know what I mean? Like you don't say my cuddle bunch or whatever. You know what I mean? Like my snuggle bunny or whatever. Like no, like you say my name. You know what I mean?
I
And it
I don't mind either. Any place is fine. Like it's if it's that's how you show affection, that's how you show affection. I'm not here to control you, to tell you what to do. That's my view on
you
it.
sound it. You dude.
You wanna call me
You
a
sound
chickpea in front of everybody? Go for it. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm too relaxed. I'm too go with the flow about everything.
that's good though.
Yeah,
Like you
it
like
has
we
its
need
perks.
yeah, like we need more people that are just more chill, more calm, and not like me that are stressing over all these dumb things at all times and be more serious about it.
Yeah,
But okay, uh, okay. So number 12, it says asking to have your phone password. Um,
that's a red flag.
yeah,
Because
and it's because of
you're supposed to
privacy,
have
huh?
your own space where you're supposed to have privacy.
Mm,
There's nothing. I don't. I mean, if you they can't trust you, that's another whole thing on itself. But you have to have a space that you can have your own privacy. I think most experts, therapists, or most experts on relationships say do not share passwords. Like it's okay, like to unlock your phone, be like here, whatever, put this on, like that's fine. But I think it should be like most shouldn't. It's like don't do not like that's it's okay to set boundaries in relationships.
yeah, yeah, because that's actually something a coworker of mine was pointing out to me. He's like, my girlfriend doesn't like that whenever I'm sitting with her or when I'm when she when they're hanging out or whatever. uh if he goes on his phone, he doesn't let her like look into his screen. And he's like, it's not because I'm cheating on her or because I want to cheat on her. No, it's because um there's a red flag right here. I haven't cleaned my mic. I haven't cleaned any of my utensils here at my desk and they're all grimy. Don't do that. Anyways, that's a red flag. No, so he was saying that she gets all defensive and she's like, what are you hiding and blah blah blah. And he's like, nothing. It's just I want to have my own privacy. Like I want to have my own thoughts. Like I don't have to think and share everything with you. Like there's things that I want to keep to myself. And the lady was like, well, I don't understand why you want to have so many secrets. And like he's like, it's not a secret. I'm not hiding anything from you. It's just I want to have my own privacy. And again, she rebutted with, "Oh, why do you want your own privacy? Like, what are you trying to hide?" And he's like, "You don't get it. Like, it's a space. It's a safe space for me, not for you. It's for me, not you. You know what I mean?"
Yeah,
And is that and that just really talks to people how they're not satisfied with just what they have. They want more, and it comes at the cost of others. Um, it's also very it's very toxic. For sure it's very toxic because like it's people that didn't learn boundaries. It's people that don't know how to appreciate what they have. It's people that are just miserable and they don't want nobody else to have fun or have good things for themselves, or jealousy, you know what I mean? So that's a red flag. um like if a lady asked me, oh hey, you have any like porn on your phone, well, I'm would expect. And then she the time, then
okay.
it's okay if I want to tell.
I don't know if I did I freeze for you or did you just freeze for me?
Maybe I froze for you you've been moving.
Yeah, like that whole last part glitched out on me. So do you want to do it again?
Oh, great. I already forgot what I said, dude.
It's still glitching for me. Let me
Oh no.
give me 1 second. Let me exit and so yeah. So we it is a red flag for me as well. Like we said. Okay, so the last one,
Oh god. Last one is number 13. Loves posting your relationship on social media. Like a lot. Um,
Amber.
no. Huh?
Amber for me.
If we do something cool, like noteworthy, like and no, not oh we went to Disneyland. No, like if we went to Japan, for example, or we went to Norway, or we went to like these fancy places, like really beautiful, breathtaking things. In social media, post that. don't post me at all times. You know what I mean? Because that makes me feel like I have to always be good, and I know I'm not always gonna be good. I know that I'm gonna have my days where I'm bad, and I'm just like I have my issues and stuff, and I'm working through them or whatever. So for you, and the thing is like whatever you post on social media, to me, it's like in a way, it's like you're trying to get attention, and it's fine. It's okay. For example, when I used to paint, I would post my social media. I would just do my paintings and the things that I've seen and stuff like that, like something I want to share with you guys, right? But secretly is because I wanted attention for these things. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I
Like
mean,
it,
you don't post on social media for the lack of attention. You want attention.
right?
That's why you're posting it.
Exactly, exactly. So if you're posting me and that's my way of thinking, it's like, am I not giving you enough attention? Like, why do you have to show off your friends how cool I am? Like, I get it. Maybe when you hang out with them, you tell them, oh yeah, Beto took me to this and that, or we did this and that. He was so sweet about it, and that's it. But don't make it seem like you're fantasizing about me all the damn time, or like you're a fanatic of who I am. You know what I mean? Like, have your own personality. Be yourself. You know, a, a relationship is like, well, now that I'm getting older and like I have a different mentality, it's like companionship is nice, but it can be so trivial sometimes. Especially after looking at all of these questions, and it's just like, no, I don't like that. Yeah, I like that. It's like live in the moment for sure. Because I see a lot of couples that don't last very long. They take pictures and do videos and do those stupid ass boomerangs and the reels and stuff like that. And it's like that relationship doesn't last because one of them doesn't want to do that. So they're being forced to do that and they end up breaking up. You know what I mean?
I see. Well, like I said, I'm pretty chill. I
Whatever.
just go with the flow. I don't. You tell me you want to do a domain, I'm just like, okay, fine. I just kind of. It's not the end of the world to take a picture. There's bigger problems in the world, like the 80,000% tariff on China. That's gonna make my life more difficult than a picture. But I see where you're coming from. Like it's not. It's valid.
Yeah, it depends. Like I think the prompt was saying more like it's a negative thing.
Yeah.
Like it affects you in a negative thing. But yeah. Oh man, dude, I'm so
All
tired.
right. All right.
I just
Well,
realized how tired I
we're
am.
gonna end it there. A little bit of a shorter episode this time because unfortunately we did lose Mike. But yeah, let us know what do you guys think about your green and red flags. Do you agree with our takes? Do you guys want to? Because we didn't even do half of the list. So if you guys want a part two, let us know down below. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.